My name is Carlos Vasquez. I'm the founder and CEO of How to Battle, now HTB Consulting. We work with Fortune 500 companies as well as small companies to do development, personal and professional development, things like leadership development, change management, resiliency. I got on drugs when I was 14 years old, and I started committing my first crimes at 14 years old. And I went down this path of in and out of the juvenile system into group homes, running away from those back into the gang environment, repetitive cycle of destruction. And it was a real pivotal moment when I was 16 years old. It really changed my trajectory from a knucklehead kid getting into trouble to then turning into somebody who wanted to be violent. And that's when my best friend, when I was 16 years old, committed suicide in front of me, and he was 19. I remember I used to play Russian roulette, literally, with my life, and then just doing all this destructive behavior, and ultimately did a lot of armed robberies. And by the time I was 18 years old, I was apprehended, facing life in prison because of my gang enhancement.
So for people coming home from incarceration, there's so many obstacles, and so many doors that are shut, so many no's that people hear along the way. And so programs that start with a yes, that are really built for people who are formerly incarcerated, are so important because it says that you have a home here.
I was about 6 months out. I met a gentleman who introduced me to Quan from Defy Ventures. And I reached out to Quan, and I told Quan I wanted to join the program because I wanted to pursue starting my own business. It was a dream of mine that I had.
When I first talked to Carlos, I could tell already this was a man that had already done quite a bit of work on himself inside. To me, this is a guy that takes ownership of his choices, not a guy that still casts blame, not a guy that doesn't have a sense of personal responsibility.
And I got out with $200 gate money like most people do. When I went in, there was flip phones. When I got out, there was smartphones. The world had changed.
What the EP program does is we lay out a scaffolded learning experience from basically A to Z. Whether they have already launched a business or know nothing about business, we can get them to the place where they actually have a functioning business model, where they've closed knowledge gap, skill gap, and resource gap to be able to take steps with confidence.
The direction, the focus was really a big part of it. Where should I go? And so when I got in the program, they held me accountable, and they forced me in a sense because of who I am. It's when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. So when they give me an assignment, I did it, and it forced me to get out of my comfort zone. I always had a growth mindset. After my time in solitary and seeing the transformation within myself, it really empowered me to know that, okay, well, I could figure it out. But I didn't want to let anybody down in the program. Our group that we had in our cohort, I didn't want to let anybody down. I wanted to be the person to say, yeah, I did it, so you can do it too. And so I ended up getting all that from the program.
At the end of the entrepreneurship program, the end of our accelerator, we do have what we call our Defy Ventures Fund, where graduates of our program can apply for up to $10,000 of grant funding from us to help support the launch of their business. That additional access to capital can really serve as a catalyst for growth.
As difficult as it was, I never lost sight of that because I knew that was the seed money that I needed to really grow my dream. So that really pushed me, and I think that it's a big incentive for people who are in the program. Certainly I was, because I knew that I needed that. I had $200 when I started. I came out to a world with nothing, so I knew that could help me, and it certainly did.
Defy provides community that's rooted in shared experience and hope and possibility for something else. When you bring in the executives and the volunteers and the mentors, that truly does expand our horizons to where it goes from hope to being possible reality. It really just provides an opportunity for EITs, myself included, to step into something that maybe we once thought was beyond our reach because of our past. So it starts with a community that's rooted in the past, and then expands in a community that is promoting future.
Sometimes when I'm talking to people that don't know much about the program, they'll say, oh, can you give me some of your success stories? And usually my reply to them is, what is your definition of success? Is your definition of success an EIT that's made lots of money? We have some of those. Is your definition of EITs somebody that's built a business? We have many of those. Is your definition of success story somebody that is just working and taking care of their family? Because we've got lots of those. So I would just say success is an EIT that's coming home and is pursuing whatever it is they want out here, pursuing their own definition of success and freedom and how they want to continue to give back and be impactful in the world.
It's funny because my first year incorporated, we made a profit of $250,000. I put a lot of that back into hiring. So I've hired, like I mentioned, we have 8 people now. I'm investing in people. I've learned along my journey as an entrepreneur that the best place to put my money was back into people. And so this year we're projected to double what we did the year before. And you know, for a guy who got out 4 years ago, I mean, that's pretty incredible, and I'm certainly proud of that.
I guess fundamentally, do we believe in second chances? Do we believe in the human capacity to change? And if we do, then we have to give people opportunities to change.
There's so many Defy EITs now, whether they did inside programming or EP, that are having a huge impact in the community at large, that it's really remarkable when you see where all these people are giving service and providing value to organizations or their own businesses.
Programs that say your history is an asset. We see resiliency, we see grit. That's a message that is incredibly important to people coming home, to know that there are programs that are built for them, built around a belief in them and in their talent and in their success. This is not a place to come to get a no. It is a place to come to get a yes.
When you truly figure out what your purpose is, it doesn't take long to become successful in it. And so whatever you have within your heart to pursue, I don't care how big the dream is, like don't let anybody or anything keep you from achieving that, because it's possible. And if anything, you have something greater than everybody else has, which is resilience, discipline, right? The ability to believe in yourself when maybe nobody else does. It doesn't matter how low you are in your state of life, you can become great. So believe in that.